Good day everyone. Today we are going to discuss about polymorphism. Poly, as the name suggests, mean many and morph means form. So polymorphism is all about many forms of a function. Now when we are discussing about functions, we need to understand what do you mean by function signature. In any programming language, a signature is what distinguishes one function or method from another. Now in C, which is a procedural language, every function has to have a different name. But in Java, which is an object-oriented programming language, two methods have to differ in their names or in the number or types of their parameters. For example, if I am thinking about a method called fwo, if it has one parameter I of type integer, that is foo within parenthesis int I, and another method having the name foo once again, and which takes two integers, that is integer I and integer j, are different. Similarly, if we are having a method foo which takes one integer having name I, and if we are once again declaring another method having the name foo once again, which one also takes another integer but the name is k, then these two functions are the same functions because both of them takes a single parameter of type integer. So we cannot differentiate the methods by the parameter name only. We can differentiate it by parameter data type but not by name. For another one, the name of the method is foo, that takes two parameters. One is of integer and one is type double, and the order is int then double. And another method which takes one double and one integer, in the order double and integer, they are different. In C++, the signature also includes the return type, but not in Java. In Java, return type is not included in the signature. The only thing which is included in the signature are the parameters, data types, and number of parameters and order of parameters. Now polymorphism, as I have already mentioned, means many shapes or forms. In Java, polymorphism refers to the fact that you can have multiple methods with the same name in the same class. There are two kinds of polymorphism: overloading, where two or more methods can have different signatures, and overriding, where one inherited method is being replaced by another method in the subclass. That method has to have the same signature as that of the parent class. Now we are going into the detail of overloading. Suppose this is an example class test, where I have declared two methods having the name myPrint. One of them takes one integer parameter and the other one takes one double parameter. So this type of polymorphism is called overloading, where within the same class I am having two functions having the same name but a different parameter list. Here, when I am calling one of the myPrint function passing one integer variable, the first one gets called, and when I call it using a double data type, the second method gets called. So now the question arises that why should I go for overloading a method? We should go for overloading a method so that we can use the same names for methods that do essentially the same thing. For example, println integer, println double, println boolean, println string, all of them are supposed to print something. But all of them print some different things. So all of them should intuitively have the same name with the different parameters. So you can supply defaults for the parameters like this. So these are here I am overloading the method increment. In one of them I am passing one parameter of type integer and the other one I am having no parameter. Notice that one method can call another of the same name. See that from the second method increment I am calling the first method increment passing the variable 1, which is an integer data type. So you can supply additional information. Void print result system.out.println, so I can print the values. So the main purpose is dry, that means you should not repeat yourself. So when you overload a method with another very similar method, only one of them should do most of the work. So exactly like this example. So another reason to overload method is that you may want to do the same thing with different kinds of data. Here class student extends another class person and it is providing a definition print information. Class professor is also a subclass of person. Here also I am giving definition of print information. We must note that Java's print and println methods have been overloaded heavily. Now we are going into the details of some legal assignments. What do you mean by legal? So if I am trying to assign a value 3.5 to an integer variable, that will be an illegal assignment. Widening is legal, but narrowing is not legal. So here you just see that in the my print method is supposed to take one double variable, double parameter. But when I am calling it with the value 5, we are basically widening the scope, widening the data type. So it is it is a legal method call. It is getting converted to 5.0, which is legal because parameter transmission is equivalent to assignment. MyPrint5 is like double D5 system.out.println D. Illegal method call similarly if the myPrint method takes one integer and I am passing 5.0, that means I am narrowing it down. So this is an illegal method call. So int cannot be applied to double. Java uses the most specific method. So when I have overloaded a particular method and when I am calling the methods, passing appropriate parameters, which of the overloaded methods to call gets decided at the compilation time. That's why the overloading is called compile time polymorphism. So this is how we can show that which overloaded method is being called is decided at compile time. We can have overload constructors also, just like this. One constructor can call another constructor in the same class, but there are some special rules. You can call them with the keywords this. So something like that. So thank you so much.